Right now, your hand is resting on something. A table, a phone, your own leg. It does not matter what it is. The point is, you can feel it. You are certain you are touching it. The sensation is immediate, physical, real. It is not. You have never touched anything in your entire life. Not once. And the real reason why is one of the strangest things physics has ever uncovered about the nature of reality. Here is what is actually happening. Every object in the universe, including your body, is made of atoms. And atoms are almost entirely empty space. If you took a single atom and expanded it to the size of a cathedral, the nucleus at the center would be the size of a fly. The electrons would be orbiting somewhere near the outer walls. Everything in between would be nothing. Empty. Void. Your hand is not solid. It is a cloud of mostly empty space with tiny particles moving through it so fast that it appears solid to your senses. So when your hand moves toward a surface, what actually happens? The atoms in your hand never make contact with the atoms in the surface. What happens instead is that the electrons on the outer edge of your hand's atoms and the electrons on the outer edge of the surface's atoms get close enough to repel each other. Electrons carry a negative charge, like charges repel. The closer they get, the stronger the repulsion. What you feel as touch is not contact. It is repulsion. Electromagnetic force pushing back against electromagnetic force. Your brain receives that signal and translates it into the sensation of touching something solid. But at no point do the atoms actually meet. You are not touching the table. You are floating a fraction of a millimeter above it, held in place by the push and pull of electromagnetic fields. Dr. Brian Greene, theoretical physicist at Columbia University, has described this as one of the most disorienting truths about physical reality. The solidity you experience is entirely a construction of your nervous system. The universe itself has no solidity, only forces. Here is where it gets stranger. The same force that stops your hand from passing through the table is the same force that holds your atoms together, the same force that makes light visible. Electromagnetism is one of the four fundamental forces of the universe, and it governs almost every physical interaction you will ever have. Every handshake, every step you take on the ground, every time you pick up a glass, all of it is electromagnetic repulsion interpreted by your brain as solid physical contact. You have never in your life made direct physical contact with anything. Every sensation of touch you have ever had is your brain's interpretation of two sets of electrons pushing each other away. Now think about what this means for everything you experience as real. Your sense of reality is built on a foundation of interpretations. Your brain receives signals, pressure, temperature, resistance, and it constructs a model of a solid physical world from those signals. A model that is extraordinarily useful for navigating life. A model that allows you to pick up a cup, walk on a floor, feel someone's hand in yours. But a model that is not, at the atomic level, an accurate representation of what is actually there. The philosopher Immanuel Kant wrote in the 18th century that the world as we experience it is not the world as it actually is. He called the experienced world the phenomenal world, the world of appearances, and distinguished it from the noumenal world, the world as it actually exists independently of perception. He did not know about quantum mechanics. He did not know about electrons or electromagnetic repulsion. And yet his philosophical conclusion anticipated by 2 centuries what physics would eventually confirm. What you experience as the solid physical world is a representation, a very good one, a useful one, but a representation nonetheless. Richard Feynman, the Nobel Prize-winning physicist, put it even more directly. He said that if you really understood quantum mechanics, you would be disturbed. Not because it is complicated, because it means that the world is nothing like you thought it was. The chair you are sitting on right now is not touching you. The floor is not touching your feet. The phone is not touching your hand. You are surrounded on all sides by electromagnetic fields that your brain has agreed to call solid objects. And the only reason this does not bother you is that your brain decided a very long time ago that the truth was less useful than the illusion. You have never touched anything. You have never been touched by anything. Every physical sensation you have ever experienced is your nervous system's best guess at what is probably out there. Right now, something is pushing back against your hand, not because it is solid, because its electrons refuse to share space with yours. And your brain called that touching.